And that debt is something students could be stuck with well after college, in particular credit card debt. With thousands of Valley students leaving to college soon, we invited Dolores Salinas with the Better Business Bureau to explain what credit is and what it means for these people's future. Dolores, thank you so much for joining us today on Action for New Sunrise.
Very
Dolores,
happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dolores, credit card, it can be of great help. However, it can quickly get young people in trouble. So what are some of the things that people need to remember as they're heading off this fall to college about credit cards?
Well, number one, they need to plan. If credit card debt is in their future, they need to make sure they shop around for the best rates and the best credit cards based on how they will use them. We hope that they will use them for emergency expenses and not use them for day-to-day expenses that could get they could get a very high bill very, very quickly. They need to make sure that they pay their bills on time, that they pay more than the minimum amount, and try to pay off the debt as quickly as possible. Not spend more than they can pay off in a month's time when the next payment is due. That's a very good way of paying off credit card debt quickly and also establishing a good credit for themselves for the future.
Sometimes that could be hard for a young person to keep track of how much do I need to pay and what kind of rates. So maybe what role do parents play in all of this?
It's very important that if parents are supporting the student and know that credit card is a good way for them to pay an emergency that may come up, that they help the student pick the right credit card, one that's going to work for them. Hopefully one that doesn't have an annual fee. That's it's a really good thing. The other thing is that they choose a card that has less than 15% or less interest rate.
Is there anyone that you suggest in particular?
I cannot recommend any, but then again, it's important that you check around, that you shop around for one and look at least 3 different carriers. We all know who the major ones are out there, and look to see if they specifically have a credit card plan for students. And if it's there, make sure if it's an introductory rate, when does it go up? If it does go up, if that's going to be a burden on the student for paying that debt off.
Thank you so much, Dolores, for those great tips. We hope the young people take advantage, and we'll be right back with more on Action for New Sunrise.